and I've been wrapped around your neck. When you burn me out like a cigarette, yeah. Drifting in the city, no sleep. Don't know where we headed for next. Maybe we should get lost in a sweet escape.
You tease me and you touch me, I'm going crazy about it. Keep saying that it's nothing, so tell me what to do. I'm losing all my cool, feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us. Got me breaking all my rules. It's only me and you, feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us.
Yeah, tell me lies like you mind crazy how the time flies. We be getting sky high. So what? Hey, no rush. Hey, turn the lights out. Do you wanna level up? Baby, let me fill your cup before we out of here. Do you wanna take it slow? Just let me know.
You tease me and you touch me, I'm going crazy about it. Keep saying that it's nothing, so tell me what to do. I'm losing all my cool, feeling like ain't nobody else around us. Ain't nobody else around us. Got me breaking all my
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. આ તો ચાવ ચાલીને और ऊपर कैसे जाऊं रे? हाय शाबाश, ऐ शाबाश. ये हो गया कैमरा का जीजी. इधर कुछ हो सकता है क्या चचा? अगर हम यहाँ से आए हैं एक टीपी उधर है. टीपी है ना ये? हाँ ये टीपी है. तो ये है किधर बे? ऊपर दिखा रहा बट ये सीधा तो मैं जा नहीं पाऊंगा. चलो कोई ना, टीपी ही खोल लेते हैं. लेट्स गो फॉर टीपी ही जाते हैं. नहीं जा सकते हैं, रुक जा. आई गॉट द वे. आई गॉट द वे. जाना इधर ही है, आना इधर ही था, बट रुक जा एक सेकंड के लिए. हम आज ये वाला ओपन करके ही रहेंगे, डोंट वरी गाइज। हम लोग इधर से उधर जा सकते हैं, लेट्स गो। ताकि थोड़ा एरिया खुल जाए ना रे, बात हुआ है। सिंपल सा लॉजिक लगाओ रे, सिंपल सा लॉजिक। सीधा ही जाना ऊपर की तरफ, और फिर अब आगे से मुड़ना हाई। अब सही। अब कहाँ पे है वो टीपी? अच्छा वहाँ पे है, ओके। अरे बुद्धू साहब, हम जा सकते थे उधर। ओके समझ आया। हम उधर से जा सकते थे, ये वाला पिलर चढ़ के भी तो जा सकते हैं सीधा का सीधा। मैंने देखा ही नहीं कि वो पिलर भी तो चढ़ सकते हैं अपन। चलो ए बाबू, हाँ अब खुलेगा। अब खुल गया ये एरिया पूरा का पूरा। अब बचेगा सिर्फ ये वाला। अंडर वाटर भी है ये पूरा सिटी। ये भगाने वाला है, मेरे को ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है भाई। मर गए जी चीज। वर्शिप में 3 है, 3 3 6 20 के लिए रुक जाओ रे, इकट्ठा कर लो फिर साथ में करेंगे। हमारे हेलो दीजो, की हाल चाल है? क्या हाल है मेरे भाई, क्या कर रहा है? खेलना शुरू करा या नहीं करा तूने ये गेम? ऑटो कर ले। या कैसा लग रहा है, मतलब गेम कैसा लग रहा है? नहीं ये नहीं, एग्जाम है। अच्छा ओके। कौन सा 11 11 एग्जाम होगी? 11th में है ना तू दीजो?
Everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life. Why, of course.
11th
Go ahead.
11th में
Try
अभी
whatever you
एग्जाम?
like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time. And if it's not? Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table. Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
और बता क्या चल रहा है?
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes. Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this is all
शकीरो वाली वीडियो अभी एडिटिंग में है रे। अभी तो वो एडिटिंग में, और अभी तो आज या कल में मेरे को एक और रिकॉर्ड करना है ताकि वो 2 मेरे को करके दे दे। बात हुआ है, अभी वो एडिटिंग में है रे बाबू, एडिटिंग में है।
Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that. Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could
शकीरो
never
वाली
move
वीडियो
forward
आएगी रे,
before.
बहुत जल्द आने वाली है।
If only that guy could have finished speaking.
बट हम वो कंटेंट अभी छोटा छोटा ही रखेंगे बिकॉज ऑफ कि मेन बॉसेस नहीं आए हैं। मैंने बस नॉर्मली फर्स्ट छोटू सा बॉस मारा है, तो स्टार्टिंग में इंट्रो प्लस सिनेमेटिक्स जो है मतलब वो स्टार्टिंग के वही होगा। फनी है वो देखेंगे, मतलब अगर फनी, अभी एडिटिंग हुआ नहीं ना, बात हुआ है जब एडिटिंग होगी तब एग्जैक्टली पता चलेगा, मैं बोल पाऊंगा। मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि जितना फनी या मतलब सिनेमेटिक्स, पहला वीडियो है तो मतलब छोटा सा स्टोरी इंट्रो होगा, ठीक है, और उस हिसाब से मतलब होगा। सेकंड वाला जो होगा वो थोड़ा सा फनी करेंगे अपन। अभी सेकंड वाला जो है वो शायद से एक बॉस से फाइट होगी, तो उस हिसाब से मैं ट्राई करूंगा, मतलब क्योंकि उसमें एक्सप्लोरेशन ज़्यादा है शकीरो में, क्योंकि पार्कोर प्लस वो वाला है तो ऑलमोस्ट 1-1.5 घंटे का तो वीडियो बन ही जाता है, 1-1.5-2 घंटे का, तो उसमें से 20 मिनट 25 मिनट निकालना वीडियो की लेंथ। तुम मतलब कैसा देखना चाहोगे, मतलब विद पार्कोर देखना चाहोगे या सिर्फ बॉस फाइट्स देखना, मतलब मिला जुला देखना चाहोगे, मतलब लंबे लॉन्ग फॉर्मेट वीडियोस देखना चाहोगे, या मतलब 30-40 मिनट के बीच चलेंगे, या फिर 20-20 मिनट में के चलेगा, मतलब तुम्हें देखने को पसंद आएगा, मतलब देखोगे सही 40 मिनट के वीडियो, क्योंकि हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अंडर 30 मिनट्स हम लोग वीडियो लाए, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर बंदे आफ्टर 15 मिनट्स या 20 मिनट्स वो कम कर देते हैं लेंथ देखना, वो फिर वो भगा भगा के देख लेते हैं।
Valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers. You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh.
डन है, ट्राई करूंगा जितना हो कोशिश कर पाऊँ मैं।
Why don't we give it a try after this meeting? Huh? Paimon, did you drink my...
अभी तो मतलब थोड़ा सा शायद से हाँ थोड़ा सा, मतलब फर्स्ट है तो उसमें स्टार्टिंग का सिनेमेटिक और वो सारी चीजें होगी। सेकंड फोकस करेंगे कि थोड़ा बॉस तक जाने की। जो स्टार्टिंग में 2 बॉस होते हैं ना, एक वो डॉजिंग का मतलब वो टैकल वाला सिखाता है अपन को, ठीक है, एक वो वाला है, और एक वो भैंसे वाली जगह नहीं होती छोटी वाली, उसमें एक बंदा रहता है जिसको मतलब हम वो करते हैं, वो वाला एरिया का एक छोटू सा बॉस है, बस वो दोनों का है, और प्लस सिनेमैटिक होगा स्टार्टिंग का, तो मतलब उतना मिला जुला मतलब स्टार्टिंग का पहला वीडियो होगा। और अभी ये जो होगा मतलब वो थोड़ा सा लेंथ ज्यादा ऊपर नीचे होगा, मतलब थोड़ा सा।
If you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. In any case, see ya!
चलिए, क्वेस्ट लाइट ट्रेन, ये जानना है रे बाबू मुझसे। कल इसको और इसको दोनों को लेवल अप करा रहे, अब जाके थोड़ी फाइट में मजा आएगी। फर्स्ट पार्ट कब तक आ सकता है? फर्स्ट पार्ट समझ ले
Yes, might have been the last one.
फरवरी के मिड में आ सकता है, जहां तक मेरे को पता है.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
क्योंकि अभी मतलब 2-3 वीडियोस हैं मेरे पास, शॉर्ट्स आ रहा है,
Hey,
तो मतलब हाँ
hey, Traveler? Stop walking.
थोड़ा थंबनेल का दिक्कत है. थंबनेल मेरे को थोड़ा सा एडिट करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज ऑफ कि जो थंबनेल आर्टिस्ट है उसका लाइक अभी वो थोड़ा सा मतलब एग्जाम के लिए बिजी है, मतलब वो
Vashay, are you my dear Vashay?
आया. मैं 2 मिनट डन है.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vashay? Do you know where my love is? I'm. Wait,
जाके आजा, जाके आ.
How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vashay would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. But now, we can no longer go back. No! The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vashay, tell him not to look. Perhaps that is... If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed. Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time. Farewell then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vashay, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
भाई ये तो गड़बड़ हो गया. भाई यहाँ पे तो गड़बड़ी गड़बड़ हो गई रे.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
इनको तो मैं देखता हूँ. 2 मिनट रुक जा.
Chlorand?
ओ सब्जी, ये कौन है रे?
Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, and what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
These mechs are serial killers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably...
Oh, come now. Forget all that as such.
It will take 50...
If it were me, I would...
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta? Only...
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So, if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Well, you did foil... Speaking of which...
Well, it can't be a coincidence. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were...
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone.
Very good.
I shall find rooms for our respective...
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue.
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have...
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Check. And how here I am, the investigation is there. You really are a handful, aren't your papa? For the sake of your family. Seeking the truth. You know, we are quietly alike in this regard.
Mademoiselle, please. If there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet even our supporters decreased greatly due to that.
Wait! If Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as they... Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just...
Ms. Clorand, she knew Master Callus before there was...
It's
Don't worry, Nav.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was... thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
कोई ना, हमें आराम की जरूरत नहीं है, हम फटाफट
Paimons, huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost...
हेलो जोत की हालचाल, कैसा रहा, कितना हरा हुआ रे?
And that is the archives.
कल 5 पे था, आज कहाँ पे है?
That you met.
कल खेला था
One of
फिर?
the young women who went
कैसी
into
लगी?
the-
मतलब हम ऐसे गेम स्लो है, बट कैसी लगी फिर भी? I'm just asking.
Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him.
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief
चलो नेवलूट को मिलने चलते हैं, लेट्स गो, चलो लेवल 43।
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
एक सेकंड रुक जा रे चाची, एक सेकंड रुक जा। मेरे को एक काम कर लेने दे। AR6 पहुंच गया ब्रो मैं, नाइस।
Thank you for completing today.
1500 मिला रे।
Ad Astra Abyss.
चलो अभी 13,000 समथिंग कुछ चाहिए। तेरे को कैसा लग रहा है वो गेम? मतलब ये गेम कैसा लग रहा है? अब मैं एरिया एक्सप्लोर कर रहा हूँ फर्स्ट एरिया कंप्लीट करने के बाद। नाइस। और हाँ, स्टोरी लाइन कंप्लीट करना मत भूलना, क्योंकि स्टोरी लाइन में आर्कोन क्वेस्ट जितने भी होते हैं उसमें मतलब तुम्हें एक्सपी पॉइंट ज़्यादा मिलते हैं। मुझे तो बढ़िया लगा ना, अच्छी बात है। और हाँ, AR45 होने के बाद ही हम लोग कैरेक्टर बिल्ड करेंगे, बट हाँ लेवल अप करना मत भूलना। और अगर वीसी आ सकता है ऑफ स्ट्रीम तो आ जाना। तेरे को टीम मतलब अगर तेरे पास कैरेक्टर है तो हम लोग टीम बनवा सकते हैं।
No. What I meant. Oh, yes. We're here today to
तेरे
report
पास
on
कौन कौन से, उस हिसाब से मैं तेरे को हम गाइड कर देंगे तेरे को,
Then I'll let you
ताकि तेरे लिए इजी हो जाएगा।
Thanks so much.
आने दे रहे चाचा।
Come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
मेरी टीम में है, मेरे कैरेक्टर्स के मैंने बढ़िया बढ़िया रखे हैं।
For a
नाइस।
man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
ठीक है नेवलेट, आप कर लीजिए, हम तब तक वेट करते हैं।
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
ये वाला बहुत प्यारा कैरेक्टर है, बट मेरे को स्किप करना पड़ेगा रे, बात हुआ है।
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply
वो
regret his
इलेक्ट्रिक
passing.
वाला जो कैरेक्टर है उसका नाम नहीं पता, पर वो मुझे मिल गई उसका डंजन कंप्लीट करने के बाद, और के आइस वाला मिला। अच्छा वो काया और कौन सी
Are
मिली
you
होगी
trying
रे
to
इलेक्ट्रिक
console
में?
me? Extend your sympathy? Or
रुक जा
just
देखते हैं।
express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart,
ब्रो जिसके पास पर्पल कलर है वो इलेक्ट्रिक है, वो जो विच वाला टोपी पहनती। अच्छा वो वाली, रुक जा, नाम मेरे को फिशली एफ से नाम है ना कुछ।
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
you and my father are truly alike. You keep
एक सेकंड रुक
so
जा,
much
मैं
that you can't feel,
देखता
but
मैं,
that
मेरे
you
को भी
would
शायद
never
से।
express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
चाइल्ड एलिफ करके हैं। नहीं, एल्सा, हाँ एलिसा, एलिसा वो वाली है। गॉट इट, गॉट इट, मेरे को भी मिल रखी है रे। और वो केया मिला होगा आइस वाला।
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think
यस
it
ब्रो,
could be?
केया की पावर्स मुझे मस्त लगी, आइस वाली। हाँ हाँ, और तू मतलब पानी में भी ट्रैवल कर सकता है। उसका ई वाला जो उसकी एबिलिटी है, उससे तू पानी में भी ट्रैवल कर सकता है। वो एक अच्छा है ट्रैवल करने के लिए पानी में।
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That
यस,
thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
चलो नाविया के पापा की जस्टिस दिलाते हैं। लेट्स गो, 3 साल बाद।
Me now, or do you want to head over by yourself later? Great, let's go then.
नहीं, उसके साथ ही चलते हैं, बाद में क्यों जाना, साथ में ही जाना है। भाई मैंने ट्राई नहीं करा, पर पानी पे चलने वाला एबिलिटी पर है, ट्राई ज़रूर करूँगा। वैसे भी आज कोई रिटर्न वर्क नहीं है मेरा। टेस्ट मैंने याद कर लिया है, लास्ट पीरियड। नाइस। ये रे टीपी लेना था रे बाबू मुश।
What a huge ship!
There's no need to be so... My father was the one who asked for a gigantic and glamorous ship in...
मैं बताता अगर ये मेरे को यहाँ पे छोड़ेंगे तो।
Ambition and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused, but now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been...
Well, Poisson is...
रुक जा बाबू, रुक जा, 1 सेकंड के लिए रुक जा। जीपी ओपन करने दे मैडम जी। हाँ, ये वाला जो उसका एबिलिटी है ना, नहीं कैरेक्टर्स में जाके बता देता मैं तुझे ब्रो। मैंने पास भी ग्लाइडर की स्किन है। नाइस। देख, तू इसकी बात कर रहा था ना, कहाँ गई कहाँ गई कहाँ गई, इसकी बात कर रहा था लीजा, इसकी बात कर रहा था क्या? ये वाली मिली है तेरे को, या ये तो नहीं मिली होगी, यही होगी। ओके, ये लीजा मिली है और तेरे को काया, हाँ ये ठीक है। टैलेंट इसका जो ये सेकंड वाला है ना, ये सेकंड वाला ये एबिलिटी, ठीक है, वो तू मतलब पानी में ऊपर तेरे को लेते जाएगा, मतलब पानी फ्रीज करता जाएगा और तुझे लेके जाएगा मतलब उस तरफ। अब मैं तेरे को कैसे दिखाऊं, रुक जा, एक मैं तेरे को एग्जांपल के लिए दिखा देता हूँ। तेरे को एज एन एग्जांपल दिखाता, chaos with
This will be interesting.
3 नंबर। अच्छा ये तो मैंने कल टेस्ट किया था, देख मैं बताता तुझे एग्जैक्टली। ठीक है, ये पानी में अपन अंदर है, ठीक है, ये देख पानी में चल सकता है तू, हर 5 सेकंड में ये मतलब वापस आ जाता है। तो हाँ ये देख, ये देख, ये देख, और अगर जाएगा तो डूब जाएगा, मतलब स्विम करेगा, समझ गया? ये ओपी है, यस।
Wish me luck.
अरे रे 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 रे, ऊपर ही जाना है, कोई ना, अपन यहाँ से चले जाएंगे, कोई सी। स्टार्टिंग में ट्रैवल के लिए इजी है मतलब। मेरे पास मोना भी है, लीजा भी है, काया, और एक फायर वाला है, एरो कैरेक्टर है जिसपे स्वॉर्ड यूज करते हैं। फायर वाला बैनेट है क्या? बी से नाम शुरू होता है फायर वाला? फायर वाला तो एम्बर होगी शायद से, लड़की होगी।
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite. Wait! Didn't that? Yes.
एम्बर होगी ना, वो लड़की होगी,
Considering what we know, if you
या
drink
तो फिर
synth,
बैनेट होगा फायर वाला।
you'll suffer. And if you were to stop drinking it, as he
बट
oversaw
बैनेट शायद
my
से
father
बैनर
was
में मिलता है,
compelled to
लेट्स
put a
पता
stop
नहीं
to
फिर।
synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield.
हाँ बैनेट
Not
होगा।
only that, Boss became
तो सुन,
determined to
मैं तेरे को
find the
टीम बता
mastermind
देता हूँ,
behind the synth
ठीक है, उस
operation,
हिसाब से टीम बना ले,
put an end to the
तो
problem
तेरे लिए
once
इजी
and
होगा
for all.
मतलब, ठीक है?
Yes, but the enemy recognizing that.
मैं
the man's
बताता,
name was
एक
Jacques
सेकंड मेरे
that
को
night.
रुक जा।
My father, but then. Sounds just like Lenny's case. Looking back on it, though, precisely. But considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. I think this. On that note, however, even our opponent is. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that. Was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he make synth? Is
ब्रो आपने मेरा रिक्वेस्ट उठा लिया था? हाँ उठा लिया है रे,
did he think I just
एक्सेप्टेड हूँ मैं, तेरे
accepted
फ्रेंड
it?
लिस्ट में
I've
भी
never
हूँगा, देख
accepted
ले।
that. I want to find out the.
Kavya.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite.
So you do know something else, Maloose.
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tension?
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed
With
with
a
a
rare
rare
illness,
illness.
the doctor told him that he would no more the few
No
years
more than
left
5 years
to
left
live.
to live.
आए,
And the
ये तो
serial
कुछ अलग ही
disappearances
twist आ गया रे।
caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time
देख
to
लूंगा,
resolve
पहले
serious
कुछ
conflict. But once he
खेलूं,
passed
बुक
away,
खा लूं, खा ले खा ले।
knowing all of this, he But as long as you remain safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right.
Oof.
And nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard.
नहीं यार, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, कुछ fishy है भाई.
To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still
कुछ
far
fishy
better
है, ये
than
कुछ तो
losing
छिपा
in
रहा है.
front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool.
ये केस को घुमाया जा रहा है.
Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters.
ये
And thus
मेलू,
understood little of me as
ये
a person.
मेलस
In this case,
नाविया
really
का
didn't need to
फादर है,
give me
ये
an easy
दादू
way
है.
out.
कोई नहीं है, ये इसका प्रोटेक्टर है, मतलब उसके पापा का चेला था,
What's the key
मतलब
evidence
राइट
I
हैंड.
shared with you?
It's the
और इसने मतलब इसको बड़ा करा है छोटे से, क्योंकि उसके पापा को लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट का सेंटेंस दिया गया था. तो उसने मतलब वो फाइटिंग चुन के उसने खुद को मौत लेना पसंद करा था उसने. तो ये बच्ची को ऐसा है कि मेरे पापा गलत थे और उन पे केस गलत चलाया गया था, तो मैं बड़ी हो गई हूँ, तो अब मैं उनको जस्टिस दिलाऊंगी. तो अभी ये बोला जा रहा है कि उसके पापा को इलनेस थी और उससे छुपाया गया था कि उसके पापा बीमार थे, इसलिए सारी चीजें सेटअप करी गई इसको बचाने के लिए, और वो मर जाए मतलब फाइट करके. ऐसा चीज है मतलब.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be
ये
able
तो
to
मुझे
capture.
4 लाख से
But a
ही
single
झूठा
visit to
लग
their
रहा है इसे.
headquarters would
हाँ
be
रे, मेरे को भी लग रहा है कि ये
tantamount to a
केस घुमाने की
declaration
कुछ
of
बात
war.
चल रही है.
The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to is that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds
इसकी
of
बात खत्म
testing
होने
and
दो, फिर मैं
investigative
बोलता.
tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina de Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods. Now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly.
भाई को तो छींक आ गई जिससे भाई
Has been right
सर
next to
हिल
me all
गया
along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also
Hello Idojo, welcome back.
of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
चलो भाई रिकॉर्डिंग शुरू। ये नाविया तो क्यूट कैरेक्टर है, मुझे भी चाहिए। जब इसका रीरन आएगा तब करेंगे। अब देख, तू जो ये बोला ना कि ये छोटी सी बात को मतलब घुमाया जा रहा है, इसने पहले तो मतलब जब ये छोटी थी तब इसको तो यही लगने दिया कि मतलब गलत केस में फंसा के उसको मरवा दिया, ठीक है। और जब ये अभी बड़ी हो चुकी है, कैपेबल है, ठीक है, तो इसको अभी वो केस से मतलब पूरा ही घुमा दिया। मतलब अभी जब ये केस सॉल्व कर रही थी, उसको अभी ये बोला जा रहा है कि तेरे पापा बीमार थे और तेरे से छुपा रहे थे, और वो छुपा रहे थे इसलिए मतलब तुझे मतलब बुरा ना लगे। कोई फादर अपने पेरेंट्स के सामने मतलब बीमार दिखने का नाटक नहीं करते, मतलब वो दिखाते नहीं है, तो मतलब पूरा केस घुमा दिया, ठीक है। और अभी एक नया केस डाल दिया सर पे। तो मतलब 3 लोगों से इन्वेस्टिगेशन करनी है, एक बंदी से मिलना है, परसों में जाके जैक्स फैमिली के। लेट्स गो। हाय राम, चलो सोने का टाइम खत्म हो गया दीदी। मेरे को थोड़ा फिशी है, थोड़ा सा फिशी मेरे को भी लग रहा है, क्योंकि इसने 3 नाम जो लिए हैं वो तो ठीक है, बट ये बहुत क्लोज था, सबसे ज्यादा क्लोज ये था।
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
एडली
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula...
केस की तो ऐसी तैसी मार दी साले ने, छोटी सी बात को घुमा पर फिरा के बताई। हाँ वही।
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
अरे बच्चा ना कर रे।
Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
अरे प्यारू बच्चू।
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
यार डेविल भाई एक बात पूछूं? बोल अदीजो बोल।
Through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn
ये सभी वही चल रहा है।
never go into the synth business again.
जैक को मारने वाला इसका पिता था,
He took the idea of providing for his family too.
जिस केस में फंसाया गया था।
For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure.
आपको लगता है YouTube में फ्यूचर है अगर स्टोरी मोड गेम्स दिखाओ तो? देख एक सच बात बताऊं, एक छोटी सी बात बताता। YouTube की एक सिस्टम है कि तुम कॉन्स्टेंटली एक गेम खेलते रहो, ठीक है? तो तुम्हारा चैनल ग्रो होता है बिकॉज ऑफ कि वो एक एल्गोरिदम बन जाता है। एक जो एल्गोरिदम बनना होता है, एक पर्टिकुलरली एल्गोरिदम बनता जाता है, ठीक है? और तुम्हें मतलब पब्लिक ऑडियंस और वो सारी चीज़ें मिलती रहती है। जैसे मतलब तू देख लेना, गेमर फ्लीट हो गया या कोई भी बड़े यूट्यूबर्स देख ले, कॉन्स्टेंटली एक गेम खेल के बड़े हुए हैं, कुछ को छोड़ के, ठीक है? बीस बॉय शुभ को छोड़ के उसने भी स्टार्टिंग में वो ट्रेंड सारे फॉलो करा है, बट उसने बीच बीच में स्टोरी मोड करा, फिर एक डार्क सोल की पूरी सीरीज करी, उसने एंडलिंग खेली, फिर मतलब अलग अलग गेम खेले। अब एक चीज़ होती है, दिक्कत वो नहीं है कि तुम सिंगल गेम खेल के आगे बढ़ो, बट प्रॉब्लम वहाँ आती है जब सिंगल गेम खेलने का तुम्हारा एक चैनल ग्रो हो चुका है, ठीक है? एक गेम पे तुम्हारा कंटेंट एक ही गेम के हिसाब से रेगुलरली गोल गोल घूमता है, ठीक है? अब जब तुम उसके बीच में अगर कुछ और ट्राई करते हो, ठीक है, तो वो एंगेजमेंट नहीं मिलती है जो सेम गेम खेलने पे मिलती है, जिस बेस पे तुम्हारा चैनल बन चुका है, ठीक है? उससे ऑडियंस तुम्हारी इधर उधर हो जाती है। बात हुआ। अब मॉडल की बात देख लो, तुम्हारे सामने एग्जांपल है, उसके सब्सक्राइबर्स समथिंग 7 मिलियन या 10 मिलियन समथिंग कुछ थे जब पबजी था स्टार्टिंग में। जब पबजी बैन हुआ उसके सब्सक्राइबर्स डाउन हुए, उसने मल्टीप्लेयर गेम्स शुरू करा, फिर वापस से वो करंट आ गया वापस। अभी उसका चैनल अभी एक्टिव हो गया पूरा का पूरा। समझ रहा है? मतलब चैनल एक गेम पे खेलना मतलब स्टोरी मोड इसलिए होता है, अब वो तुम्हारे खुद पे वो चीज़ होती है कि तुम्हें अलग अलग गेम्स खेल के मज़ा आता है या एक ही गेम को लेके तुम्हें अपना चैनल ग्रो करना है, फिर तुम अलग गेम खेलोगे। लोग ये भी करते हैं, बट फिर वो ऑडियंस गैदर नहीं होती जो तुम्हें मतलब पर्टिकुलरली जिससे तुमने चैनल ग्रो करा है। अब तूने देखा होगा कि गेमर फ्लीट की अगर माइनक्राफ्ट की वीडियो आती है तो बूम करती है, और अगर उसी के अंदर अगर उसने दूसरी कोई गेम खेली है, ठीक है, तो हो गई ना उसकी ऑडियंस कम।
On the day that the incident happened with my father, It was raining outside.
अरे नहीं रे, मौत
We
का
sat on the
तमाचा
roof
कहाँ से
looking at the
देखेंगे रे?
sea. After my partner here put the
अभी
doors
तो
together,
मतलब वो चीज है.
I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what
एल्गोरिदम भी देखता है ना, वाईटी एल्गोरिदम देखता है स्टार्टिंग में.
Let me think.
20 वर्ष अपना माइनक्राफ्ट के लिए ऑलमोस्ट सारी गेम खेली है उसने,
So he was drinking and bantering away with us.
बट वो स्टक नहीं होता.
After that, he told us that he
अगर मेरे को ग्रो करना होता, मेरे को 3 साल हुए हैं मतलब इस चैनल को अपने, ठीक है.
much of it.
मैं कॉन्स्टेंटली एक ही गेम के हिसाब से मतलब कंटेंट बनाता रहूं, ठीक है, उसी को लेके मैं चलता रहूं, तो मेरा चैनल ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रो हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वो एल्गोरिदम में रहेगा और एल्गोरिदम को यूट्यूब खुद पुश करेगा वो उस चीज को, ऑडियंस एंगेजमेंट आती रहेगी और वो सारी चीजें. भाई लोग इस गेम के 4-4 साल स्ट्रीम करते हैं, लोगों की चैनल तू देखेगा तो लोग 4-4 साल, मतलब एक जॉनर होता है, मतलब एक गेम का जॉनर होता है. ऐसी गेम्स बहुत है, ठीक है. इस वुदरिंग वेव्स हो गया, फिर अभी एक नई आई है आर्कन वाली, आर्कन नाइट्स वाली, ठीक है, ये हो गया, जेंशन हो गया. हाँ मतलब वही है. डेट्रेक्स देख ले, डेट्रेक्स अभी इसमें चल रहा है, पालवर्ड में ज्यादा चल रहा है, पहले जीटीए में चल रहा था. फोर्जा भी खेलता है, बट फोर्जा की उसने सीरीज खत्म कर दी. अगर गेमर फ्लिट का तुम देखने जाओगे तो उसने खत्म कर दी वो सीरीज. अब आगे वो सीरीज कंटिन्यू नहीं हो रही. कितने लंबा टाइम हो गया उसने फोर्जा का कोई वीडियो नहीं डाला है. उसका तू कॉन्स्टेंटली 3-4 महीने का कंटेंट देख ले, उसका एक ही गेम का कंटेंट है. बीच में अगर एका दुक्का 2-3 चेंज हुए वो अलग, जैसे 99 नाइट्स का हो गया, ठीक है. फिर भी मतलब वो हाई टेल की वीडियो आई, तो वही है. मतलब अभी तो उसका वो क्या, उसका सर्वर भी चल रहा है तो उसके भी वीडियोस है. मतलब लाइव स्ट्रीम मतलब करता है नहीं करता नो आइडिया, बट उसके वीडियोस तो बहुत कम है. लिलीविल एसएमपी की मतलब उसकी वीडियोस आती रहती है. तो हाँ मतलब उसकी उनकी ऑडियंस मतलब एक सराउंडेड एक ही गेम से है मतलब. और अगर दूसरा कंटेंट भी डालना होता है तो वो सेकंड चैनल पे डालते हैं, अगर तुमने देखा हो तो. वो जो माइनक्राफ्ट से रिलेटेड चैनल है वो सिर्फ माइनक्राफ्ट पे ही चल रही है, और वो वाली अलग से चल रही है दूसरी.
He'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll...
Don't worry. You and all our other...
उसने भी मतलब मेहनत करी है भाई. भाई एक गेम खेलना, एक गेम से बोर ना होना, वो भी एक मतलब एक पेशेंस लेवल की बात है भाई. तो वो तो हम मना भी नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि बहुत पेशेंस चाहिए एक गेम खेलते हुए मतलब आगे बढ़ना. तो इट नॉट दैट इवन इजी. ये कंटेंट एक ही गेम को लेके क्या क्या कंटेंट डाले मतलब. बट ये तो माइनक्राफ्ट है जो मतलब मॉड्स के हिसाब से चलता रहता है.
What brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
हाँ वही सही पकड़ा है.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a little...
I mean, where I Callus did a fantastic...
और बाकी जो बीजीएमआई से ग्रो हुए हैं वो बीजीएमआई खेलते रहेंगे और वो पसंद करेंगे. कोई कम्युनिटी बुरी नहीं है रे, बट एक चीज होती है कि लाइक एक यूट्यूबर, एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर को, मैं एज अ कंटेंट क्रिएटर मैं तुम्हें क्या दे सकता हूँ, ठीक है. तुम आते हो, हम मतलब कुछ एक्स्ट्रा फनी कर सकते हैं कुछ, या तो मतलब ऐसी कोई गेम खेले जो मतलब तुम्हें पसंद आए. हम कैसे वॉक थ्रू देते हैं, वो तुम्हें कैसे पसंद आता है, फीडबैक कैसा होता है, वो सारी चीजें हमें जरूरत पड़ती है खुद को ग्रो करने के लिए.
When you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make unreasonable, removing a serial number is so I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or...
अच्छा ओल्ड आर्क का सर्वर खेलना है हाँ जाके आ जाके आ
Officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for a little while.
उड़ी बाबू रे मैं तो ऐसे स्टोरी लाइन स्किप स्विच करता रहता हूँ सच बताऊँ तो गेम को मैं क्योंकि मैं मतलब अभी देख अभी ये मतलब सारी चीज़ें ख़त्म हो जाएगी ये जेंशिन का थोड़ा कंटेंट सही हो जाएगा ख़त्म होगा तो मैं मतलब थोड़ा सा मतलब अभी उस पर स्विच हो जाऊँगा आर्क सर्वर खेलने पे तो वहाँ पे भी मज़ा करेंगे उसमें भी
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure. I will.
बट अभी बात वो है कि दोनों एडिटर्स अपने अभी मार्च में फ्री होंगे
Navia, hello.
मार्च के बाद बोर्ड एग्जाम के बाद
Not as young as...
Oh, it's all right. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the opera house.
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the opera house too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own...
हर एक कैरेक्टर हर एक यूट्यूबर की एक गेम होती है जो लंबे टाइम के लिए खींचता है मैं ऐसा बंदा हूँ भाई कि मैं एक गेम को लंबा खींच ही नहीं सकता मैं रुक ही नहीं सकता एक गेम पे
Yes.
कभी कभी ये तो कभी कभी वो कभी ये तो कभी वो
Exactly.
है एक डेढ़ महीना खींच लिया तो खींच लिया वो बात अलग है
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamax. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us...
Alas, it seems... But rest assured, Navia.
अभी ये मैंने कब से खेलना शुरू करा पता है दोस्त है उसने शुरू करा तो मैंने बोला कि चल ठीक है मैं भी अपना अकाउंट देख लेता हूँ और कैरेक्टर्स भी नए आए हैं तो मेरा पुराना अकाउंट मैंने लॉगिन करा तो मेरे को बैन लिखा ठीक है बैन लगा हुआ मिला अपील तो कर दिया था बट अभी कोई फ़ायदा हुआ नहीं है तो फिर मैंने शुरू करा खेलना तो साथ साथ में खेलना शुरू करा तो फिर मज़ा आना लग गया तो फिर मतलब वही है मतलब अभी फ्री हूँ तो मतलब इसको स्टोरी लाइन और ये सारी चीज़ें ख़त्म कर लूँ
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his...
इसका भी व्यू पॉइंट ले लेता है इसका कुछ मिलता नहीं है रे बात वो है अच्छा हमें इधर ही जाना है
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
भाई ये तो डिटेक्टिव बना के मानेंगे रे मेरे को.
The attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Thierry, you say? It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a... Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he
वाह
got to
बेटा
know
जी.
Jacques. And with funds from the
अंकल ही
Areef,
पीछे
he could also afford
चुरा
a
लेके
large
घूम
number
रहा
of
है.
Gardamex. Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business? Who could it be?
Okay.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing
क्योंकि
other
पैसा
suspects?
लगा ना.
Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
काहे रे?
Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Areneus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
He's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Areneus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive—
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
चलो भाई.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Malus, Silver, when did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Areneus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
चलो भाई. Suspect analysis. वाह बेटा जी.
Now that Navia has set out for Areneus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. You're right. Navia's probably...
वे पानी से इम्यून होंगे भाई, बट इलेक्ट्रिक है तो टेंशन नहीं है।
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default.
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime.
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand.
मार्शल को ही लेना था ना रे।
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
अरे आगे बढ़ने भाई.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Okay.
When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound.
Mm-hmm.
The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life.
Okay.
The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Okay.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay.
Something's not right. The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Okay.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions?
हाँ पूछ फुरीना भाई पूछ.
We primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
कुछ अलग है आज फुरीना में.
More diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I thought about this.
हेलो भाई ब्रो आ गया. सर्वर लगा के अच्छा नाइस रे. लगाओ सर्वर.
The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the
आते
matter
से ही
and determine
99
that we were in the
लेवल
right.
के दिया एक लेवल और फिर मैं ग्रिफनी टेम कर पाऊंगा. अच्छा ओके.
Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yes.
भाई बंदों ने इतने बड़े बड़े बेच दे कि मैं तो हैरान हो गया. पर 105 लेवल का पीटी टेम कर रहा हूँ. नाइस रे, एंजॉय कर.
Give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing two
इसलिए ब्रो मुझे सर्वर्स पसंद है, न्यू आर्क में तो देते ही नहीं। हाँ ना, वो तो है थोड़ा सा। अरे ये रैग्नोनाथा भी तो हटा दिया है रे, मतलब पीसी में से।
if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the
लेकिन
only
उस साले
person
ने
present
मेरा
at the offense?
बहुत सारे पीटी मारे थे।
On top of that,
अरे
does a
अरे
person
अरे
have to be physically present
रैग्नोनाथा
to
ने ना
control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the
वो
place?
है, मतलब वो मैंने जहाँ तक एक प्लेयर का मैंने देखा है, उसके वीडियो देखता हूँ मैं जो मोबाइल में खेलता है, तो
Not much you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings.
उसने रैग्नोनाथा टेम करा था, मेरे को खेलना था रैग्नोनाथा के साथ, बट मेरे वाले में है ही नहीं, पीसी वाले में।
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage.
भाई मुझे तो वो स्वॉर्म के मच्छर बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, जब भी देखते हैं रेक्स निकाल के फेंक देता हूँ, वो बात भी है।
This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious.
अब हमारी एंट्री हो जाएगी शायद से, मेरे को लगता है।
Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to
भाई इन मच्छरों से लोग गीगा लड़वाते हैं, मेरा तो रेक्स बहुत है इनके लिए।
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
सही है.
Let the show begin. Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
भाई कार्नो आइलैंड से स्पेशल रैक्स टेम करके लाया और 150 का मच्छरों को लिया. जब भी देखता हूँ
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
नीचे ही जाते हैं पहले तो. उड़ी बाबा. ये तो गड़बड़ चला रही है.
Rising! Now we can swim to the top! But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
अब क्या हुआ रे? अच्छा पानी और बढ़ा. ओके 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 पानी और बढ़ गया. खुल गया. अभी और सामने पानी में ही जाना है. क्या दिक्कत है भाई?
It's clear! Let's go!
Accelerating. Defensive mode.
per se.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Let's see what's written here.
Hello developer, my main team is Kaya, Kasek, Vanlet, Oron, all C6. Will this team still be good in a meta for the future? I don't have a lunar characters. तो अभी तुमने पुल नहीं करे क्या? वैसे कैरेक्टर्स तो अच्छे हैं बट फिर भी अगर कर सकते हो तो कर लो. मैं तो बोलता हूँ अगर ये अभी फुरीना है अभी के लिए तुम्हारे पास. अरे कोलम्बिना ले लो. कोलम्बिना अगर निकल पा रहे हो तो. अगर तुम कोलम्बिना निकाल सकते हो तो कोलम्बिना निकाल लो. इनाफा अगर चलेगा क्योंकि spend all the time and efforts on चास्का टीम. चास्का मेटा के लिए मेटा तो मतलब ये लोग कैरेक्टर्स है ना. अभी जो कैरेक्टर्स आ रहे हैं वो सारे मेटा है. अभी ये आने वाला है, नेवलेट आने वाला है अभी नेक्स्ट पैच में. तो फिर कोलोमिना अगर निकाल सकते हो तो उसके साथ चल जाएगा, या तो फिर इनाफा निकाल लो. पुरीना C2 कोलोमिना देख लो. मतलब मैं तो बोलता हूँ कोलोमिना या मतलब इनाफा दोनों में से कोई एक निकाल लो अगर ये पॉसिबल है तो तुम्हारे लिए. अगर पॉसिबल है तो मेरी टीम रिव्यू करोगे प्लीज. पहले बना तो लो सर जी यहाँ. मैं भी बनाने के प्रोग्रेस में हूँ. मतलब डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर लेना डेवलपर. एक बार डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर लेना और हम लोग मतलब देख लेंगे मतलब उस हिसाब से तुम्हारे कैरेक्टर का. बट तुमने मेहनत करी है तो शायद से मेटा के लिए काम आ जाए. बट स्टेट्स वगैरह अभी स्टेट्स काम नहीं आएंगे. बड़ी 6 लेवल पे कुछ नहीं होगा क्योंकि अभी और टाइम लगेगा उसको बिल्ड करने में. मैं खुद 42 पे 43 हो चुका हूँ फिर भी मैंने बिल्ड नहीं करा है. मेरा स्टेट्स देखेगा तो मतलब बेसिक ही है मतलब अभी के लिए. तो अभी थोड़ा रुक जा, अपन वो कर लेंगे तेरे लिए, डोंट वरी. अगर कोलम्बिना या इनाफा में से कोई एक निकाल लेते हो ना तो नेवुलेट के साथ चल जाएगा तुम्हारा. तो वो एक टीम मतलब तुम्हारी सही होगी. मतलब अभी कोलम्बिना अगर नहीं हो तो निकाल पा रहे हो तो. सारी जगह तो एग्जामिन कर ली. अब कौन सी बच्ची है? मेन पीछे वाली बच्ची है. नहीं भाई मेरे वेपन्स वगैरह अटैक वगैरह रिव्यू कर दो. ठीक है कर देंगे. हो तो क्या अभी क्या बचा है.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
पायमंडर गई.
Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something why he did all
हेलो
this.
सॉगी की हालचाल
Wait,
एकदम मजे में
really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
एक अच्छी न्यूज़ है और एक बुरी, कौन सी बताऊं? दोनों बता दे।
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and...
भाई ये पाइमोन बढ़िया गाइड है। हाँ ऑब्वियस।
If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case...
मेरे को नीचे लाइट शुरू करनी पड़ेगी।
We've looked at almost everything here and it seems like our theories were spot on. But yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed
अच्छी न्यूज़ ये है कि मैं क्लास का फर्स्ट हो गया और सिमू 5 दिन का ब्रेक कल से शुरू होगा। अच्छा ओके, तो ये बुरी न्यूज़ थोड़ी है साढ़े। हेलो अभी की हालचाल? सारी चीजें फिर से ढूंढेंगे। बढ़िया, आप बताओ। एकदम मजे में। तू बता। मेरे लिए तो बुरी है। काहे रे? बहन की ख्याल नहीं रख सकता साढ़े? अरे भूख लगी है रे तेरे को चुटकी। स्वागी थोड़ा खाना ले और दे मेरे को, और इसको खिला जरा। परेशान करके रखेगी मैं अब। कुछ नहीं, मेरे को वीडियो कॉल कर देना, मैं ख्याल रख लूंगा साढ़े।
The final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old.
पायमोन परेशान हो गई। ये भी सिमू की तरह है रे। मेरे को सिमू की याद आती है जब ये पायमोन परेशान होती है ना तब।
Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia, we're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this?
Sorry. हम बीच में आ गए। Sorry.
Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
छोटी डॉन जो है बनूंगी, लोग देखते हैं याद आ जाती है उसको। हाँ तो छोटी बच्ची है ना, प्यारी सी। और कुछ
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover,
छोटी डॉन नहीं है, बड़ी डॉन है। छोटा पैकेट बड़ा धमाका। तेरे को नहीं लगता? सच बताना, इसको देखते मतलब सिमू की याद नहीं आती?
Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding
उसको बोलना डेविल भाई याद कर रहे थे।
dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
डिट्टो सिमू की पर्सनालिटी अभी आएगी बोलेगा मेरे को याद किया था क्या
Noticed how we changed or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you. What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief.
ओवर एक्टिंग की दुकान है वो कैरेक्टर
It didn't matter at all.
हाय सिमू का ऐसा नहीं बोलते ना 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 जरूरत भी मत करना सौगी अगर सुन लिया ना तो उसने
Gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vignier is dead.
सिमू को नहीं मार्शल को बोला मैं अच्छा
Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved.
मैं सिमू को कहाँ कुछ बोल सकता हूँ नहीं
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed callous still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignier. A promise. We made a promise. Vignier. Vignier. Please, Vignier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
हाँ भाई ले लो
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache.
मैं चेरी दीदी के स्ट्रीम में जाके आया हाँ जाके आया मेरी तरफ से हाय बोल दियो
During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rasula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rasula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
अभी और कितने केस कंप्लीट करने पड़ेंगे रे?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vache is guilty.
Guards! Take Vache away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
चलो इसने अपने पापा का नाम मतलब जो गिल्टी था वो गिल्टी हटा दिया, मतलब उसको प्रूफ कर दिया कि he was innocent.
It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
हाँ भाई तू जा.
Wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
बेचारे को वापस टांग दिया उधर.
Public trial that was just held. It has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
वाह बेटा जी, ये भी करना जरूरी था क्या?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
ये क्या पागलपंती है रे?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
पड़ी ने उलट ने निपटाया भाई.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है रे बाबा, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either? But that's impossible. Didn't she create the oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took
वाह बेटा जी, इसको भी नहीं पता तो बनाया किसने है बे?
bafflement was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the oratrice's verdict.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है भाई.
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave.
वाह वाह.
She chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
हेलो टेरर वाइटी, की हाल चाल है? बड़े टाइम बाद क्या कर रहा है?
So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
ऑफ कोर्स भाई, पहचानूंगा ही नहीं यार, कैसी बात करता है रे बाबू मूसा आप? मैं थोड़ी ना भूल सकता हूँ रे तुम सबको भाई। फ्री फायर वाला, अरे जानता हूँ रे चचा, भूला थोड़ी ना हूँ मैं।
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey, traveler!
क्या है रे?
Stop resisting arrest. Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list. No, wait. I just want to ask the traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one.
चिकन होगा, अच्छा नहीं लगता। अरे नहीं यार, मतलब ये दादी का देहांत हुआ इसलिए निकालनी पड़ी।
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request
कोई ना रे बाबा, कोई ना।
YouTube
YouTube छोड़ दो, कब तक करोगे YouTube? भाई मैं तो YouTube मजे के लिए करता। अरे व्यूज के पीछे कौन गिर रहा है रे, मैं तो खुद एंजॉय कर रहा हूँ। अब ऑफलाइन खेलना, और मैं जब कोई भी गेम ऑफलाइन खेलता हूँ तो मन करता है कि कुछ कोई देखे, कोई बात करूँ। अकेले बोर हो जाता हूँ रे, अकेले कितने वो करेंगे। और जॉब तो चल ही रही है, जॉब तो चल ही रही है बाबा। ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि मतलब सिर्फ यूट्यूब ही कर रहे हैं, जॉब भी कर रहे हैं साथ साथ। मेरी डेटा एंट्री की जॉब है। चल जाता है रे घर, ज्यादा नहीं है, चल जाता है। सेविंग्स भी हो जाती है, घर भी चल जाता है, दोनों हो जाता है, तो उतना टेंशन नहीं है।
Why did you come? Didn't I say you don't need to look for me? You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
अपने को तो बस उतना चाहिए रे जो मतलब घर चला ले और सेविंग्स भी हो जाए, अपन उतना ही बहुत है।
All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this?
मैं तो कुछ मजे के लिए करता हूँ रे, मैं कभी मतलब व्यूज के पीछे नहीं जाता। तुम आते हो, मजे करते हो, वही बहुत बड़ी बात है। थोड़ी बहुत बात हो जाती है। मेरे 78 या 82 समथिंग कुछ थे, मतलब 85 के बीच में था, 75 to 85 के बीच में थे, याद नहीं है मतलब। और 12th में, हाँ 12th में 78 थे और 10th में 82। नहीं रे, आईआईटी मेरे पास का नहीं था, मैं कॉमर्स किया हुआ हूँ। अरे पापा ना, साइंस अपने बस की बात नहीं है, वो बहुत जल्दी समझ आ गई थी अपने को। बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts.
बॉम्बे या दिल्ली नहीं मिला तो छोड़ दूंगा। अच्छा ओके, नहीं मिलेगा रे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ट्राई करना, अपना बेस्ट देना और क्या।
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do.
जा रहा हूँ, बाय बाय, मिलते हैं बहुत जल्द। ख्याल रखना अपना, और बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर योर न्यू फ्यूचर्स। खूब आगे बढ़ो, खूब नाम ना, खुद का नाम रोशन करो, फैमिली का भी, ठीक है? ख्याल रखना अपना। हेलो आ गया, कैसा है रनी? आ गया डिस्कॉर्ड, आ गया, क्या सीन है? भाई अब कैलिड को बचाना है। आज तो स्टोरी लाइन कंप्लीट कंटिन्यू करूँ ना अनी? क्या सीन है मतलब, अभी आगे कुछ करना, आज लेवल अप अभी करना है? आज सैटरडे है क्या? अच्छा नहीं, आज सैटरडे नहीं है, कल सैटरडे होगा। हाँ कल सैटरडे है, कर लो ये स्टोरी। हाँ यही मतलब, आज कर लेते हैं तो मतलब कल का टाइम मतलब कम हो जाएगा। कल की एक स्ट्रीम रहेगी मेरे को जहाँ तक लग रहा है। कोलंबिना का बॉस करना है, हाँ कोलंबिना का बॉस करना है, बट आज थोड़ी ना होगा कोलंबिना का बॉस, सैटरडे को होगा ना वो। देखते हैं, अभी ये खत्म होने दे फिर करते हैं।
She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
कोलंबिना का लेवल अप करने के लिए बॉस, हाँ वो तो समझ गया मैं, समझ गया। सैटरडे तो वेपन का डोमेन करेंगे, ओके हाँ हाँ डन 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 डन, मैं भूल गया था। अभी मतलब 7:30 बज रहे हैं ना, 8:30 को करते हैं, तब तक तू खाना वाना खा ले, तब तक मैं आधी स्टोरी खत्म कर देता हूँ मैं, जितनी हो सकती है। सैटरडे भी तो कल ही है, तो कल वेपन का भी हो जाएगा मतलब।
Partner, I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey Navya! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
हाँ ओके आता हूँ, डन है।
I'm easy to work work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
अगर रेजिन नहीं बचे तो सैटरडे कर लेंगे वेपन डोमेन, संडे भी रखते हैं। हाँ कर सकते हैं। तो कल देखते हैं। अभी तो आ तो सही 8:30 के तक आसपास आ तो सही, तब तक तो हो जाएगा, मतलब 200 तक का। 166 था जब मैंने शुरू करा था, तो ऑलमोस्ट 200 तो हो ही गया होगा।
Since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
2 घंटे प्लस हो गए ना, 2.5 घंटे हो चुके हैं। 166 समथिंग कुछ था मैंने जब तक देखा था।
I was right to put my faith in him. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service.
कौन सा वेपन की बात कर रहे हो? कोलंबिना क्या वेपन? कल इनाफा और उन दोनों को वो कर चुके हम लोग असेंड 70, मतलब कल तो मतलब 60 थे ना, 50 समथिंग कुछ थे, तो अभी आज 70 कर चुके हैं दोनों कैरेक्टर लेवल। अभी 80 तक जाने की सोच रहे हैं, और फिर 45 के बाद आर्टिफैक्ट्स का काम करेंगे।
The true heart of darkness, secret tales of the yellow rose. To be fair though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence.
और हाँ, मैंने अपना UID तो दिया है ही नहीं है। हाँ भाई, DM कर दियो रोनी, कोई सीन नहीं है। हाँ DM कर दियो, आज स्ट्रीम एंड होने तक मैं ऐड कर दूंगा तुझे।
Also took Clarand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to.
अभी तो आर्टिफैक्ट्स के लिए टाइम लगेगा, एक स्ट्रीम करेंगे बस वो आर्टिफैक्ट्स के लिए। मैंने प्रोफाइल में भी लिखा होगा, चेक करना। डन, देख लूंगा मैं, अभी देख लूंगा बाद में।
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
मैं आता तब तक 2 मिनट रुकना, ठीक है? मैं आया 1 सेकंड।
And tell him the truth of what happened.
मैं नीचे थोड़ी लाइट शुरू करके आता।
And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing.
बेचारा कैलेट फंस गया अभी।
After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
शुरू से हुआ था, बच्चा ने उसको गए बचा भी लिया और फिर भी फंस गया बेचारा।
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now. This is where my father's grave is.
To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be.
Hmm?
Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
So Navia and Nervalette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Hey, क्या सोच रहे हो रे?
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything? Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad. Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
चलो भाई, नेवलेट से बात करनी है. आओ नेवलेट बाबा, आए जरा बात करते हैं, बातचीत करते हैं जरा.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Oi!
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you?
Well, it's pretty hard to
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water?
Truthfully, that name is... There used to be a special sea on the surface. Most of Tivat's... But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special...
So...
Indeed. Why would the... To be frank, is there anything... That the sea levels will... Does that appropriately summarize...
That's right!
Yes, up to the... Rumors have it that the...
A prophecy?
2 parts of the prophet... Speaking of the prophet, if the rumors were true...
But with...
Is there anything else? My apologies. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent!
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind, and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
ओ भाई साहब 1.5 घंटे का क्वेस्ट
Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest?
ओ माय गॉड
Nadia said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go! up here for a while. Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and
यो वीसी आ जाओ आ रहा
Oh, come on! This place is oh, remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
आजा रे रामलल्ला आजा
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel,
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before.
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy.
हेलो हेलो
What do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
It's an honor to meet you both.
इतना आवाज काहे आ रहा है बे
Harmonia, Monsieur Nourillet wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Nivelette? He wants to see us again already?
I am not.
साउंडेड आवाज बहुत आ रहा है
It
तेरा
would be best if you came to the Palais Marmonia and asked Monsieur Nourillet in person.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
भाई ये लोग इधर ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे सब घुमा रहे हैं ना मत पूछ भाई
We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this.
बुरा समझा ले
If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't...
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Alcarino, the 4th of the 11th.
Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur.
पढ़ रहा
I was born
ठीक है.
Naturally, there's no...
Hello.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Annette, were the children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood. Perhaps due to the All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears yes. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the Knave.
Could the Knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the Knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her. The Knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal.
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meripede.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an early in Fontaine's. The fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security. Although I do have a Correct. I will So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meripede's entrance on Ereneus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there some—
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath.
अरे नहीं करना रे.
Please do not worry. You will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. Your treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
ये वाला अगर ख़त्म कर दे सकता हूँ तो कर देता हूँ मैं.
Paimon will have that, and that. Oh, and one of those too. No Fanta, thank you. That cake was pretty good. Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been, but here we are. Let's...
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking
Hey!
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to... calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now.
You know...
Never mind. It's not...
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret!
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh.
You mean Paimon really did something that serious? Sorry, Paimon really...
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Mirapede, would you be willing to help me gather
about that,
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have... He was awarded the... On top of that, the Fortress of Mirapede has... Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him...
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
All right, you got a deal.
Then it's settled.
यार ये खाने के लिए.
Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's
बुक्खड़.
get going.
बुक्खड़ है, बुक्खड़ एक नंबर की बुक्खड़.
Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she? All right, Neverlet, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Mirapede from Areneus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Ooh, so you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Mirapede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the heebie-jeebie.
Oh, and there's one more thing.
Yeah, we heard about him too.
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with... The Duke rarely ever leaves the Fortress of Mirapede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. All right, that's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you do...
Good. Madeline!
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the fort.
Are we already underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood. Monsieur Nervalet personally...
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice.
Well, have you tried...
And even if I did smile at...
Oh, she's got...
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Moret will guide you through...
Yep. Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Let's see. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence 45.
Huh? Wait!
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of and considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to... Now I've seen everything. Please stand in front of the board.
Oh, all right.
ये केक खाने के लिए 45 दिन. वाह भाई, क्रिमिनल ही बना दिया रे इन लोगों ने तो एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन के चक्कर में. हाँ तू पोज दे दे छुटकू राम. नहीं, आधा घंटा ही हूँ. आधे घंटे में अगर हुआ तो हुआ.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress.
Huh? Rebirth?
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay.
Save it.
भाई ये लोग बातें ज्यादा करवाते हैं ना. बात हुआ.
So, are you one of the guards here? Is there anything we should be careful of while we're here?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupons?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But next time, it'll cost you some coupons. Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires?
So, credit coupons are a currency?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, Everyone gets a chance at no matter how much money everyone starts. I guess that's the real. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world.
Oh.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the sea after being away from. Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost ya.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait.
Almost there. It's down through here.
वाह बेटा जी भाई कितना नीचे ले जाएंगे रे ये लोग
Let's dance. So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of... Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts. Oh, right. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon!
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed. Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by yourselves. I've done my job, so...
भाग रे
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the guard mechs come and...
Wait! You know...
The seafloor is, and as you can see, committing a crime...
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace!
Oh, greetings, my good fellow.
So this is...
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was... Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting. When you returned to your bunk...
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you need anything in the future, anything, please, come find me anytime. No credit coupons necessary.
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't figure out what this guy's thinking at all. No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types.
भाई ये क्या म्यूजिक है भाई, प्यारी प्यारी म्यूजिक है भाई इनकी।
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but... Well, then... But... Now, we've arrived at a very important place. The Coupon Cafeteria.
Welfare mule?
That's right. Criminals are essential to Fortress...
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupon. For fish like you, it was only now everyone...
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. That would only make things more difficult for me. So...
Your grace is whatever the case, hard work...
Right! Oh, wait, no. We should have dropped our guards so...
let's continue this way. This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Pancration matches? And you can earn...
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did you...
No, actually. Of course, the fees are all...
Oh. You mind?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving...
Oh, no.
A reasonable guess.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a temper.
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now. What time indeed?
Jeez.
These are the dormitories. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually...
The production?
Not necessarily.
Wow.
The fact that as for what we... Therefore, there's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
अबे भाई कितना टूर करवाएंगे रे? चलना भाई, खत्म कर। हैं?
You really scared me there.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused. Oh, is some...
म्यूजिक तो प्यारा है, बैटमैन की याद दिला रहा है मेरे को ये यार। टिंग टिंग टिंग।
Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this? Oh no, you didn't injure yourself, did you?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sijuin here is the fortress of Maripedes.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the...
Since you seem to have some rare...
Oh.
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de...
Oh, so the tour part is...
I believe I've already covered the primary aspect. I seldom could... Then let's head back to...
You should at least try to be excited. What do you think of the food? Does it meet your expectations? Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Maripede wasn't very good. Who would have guessed that criminals get to eat tasty food like this every day? Oh, isn't that the...
It actually has nothing...
Oh, yes. What Paimon knew it. Excuse me. He seems healthy.
Sounds like he isn't...
Oh, that's good.
No news is... Maybe next time I've got some... Well, we provide all kinds... Monsieur Neuvillett's character is unimpeachable. No matter the quest in light of that. In fact, after this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life...
Traveler and Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it. Don't make any extra trouble for yourself. Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
बंकर तक पहुंच जाऊं फिर एंड करता फिर कल कंटिन्यू करते हैं तो जाना है
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot. Even though the Duke... We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Yeah, maybe something like, hey, I have my... Yeah. So, we at least need to try. You mean... Yeah, that's fortunately big. We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around... Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it's a card! Paimon didn't notice it earlier. It looks like a magician's prop. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up and... What in the world? It's written like he's greeting, if you say so.
चलो अभी एंड करते हैं हाँ वो ऐड करना है
Well, it's Paimon's first day as a... Hey, come on!
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing?
अचीवमेंट लेते हैं और निकल एक और नहीं है। रोनी का कुछ रेडी नहीं। चलो गाइस, बाय बाय, सी यू, गुड नाइट, मिलते हैं 12।